Welcome class. Today we will start chapter 15, The Brook. Before starting the poem, let us read about the poet and the word meanings. Brimming. Brimming means fill or be full to the point of overflowing. Means overflowing is known as brimming. Blossom. A flower or a bunch of flowers. Lusty means big. Trout. Trout is a kind of freshwater fish. Grayling. Grayling is also a kind of freshwater fish. Covers. Covers in this poem means forest. Forget me not. It is a type of flower. Gloom. To have a gloomy look. So when somebody makes a gloomy look, it is known as gloom. Skimming. Passing over a surface nearly or lightly touching it in the process. So when something touches in the process of moving, it is known as skimming. Netted. Netted means trapped. Shallow. An area of the sea, a lake or a river where the water is not very deep. So those areas where water is not very deep is known as shallow area. Brambly. Full of prickly vine or serbs. So brambly means those vines which are full of prickly. Singly. Covered with small round pebbles. Singly means small round pebbles are known as singly. Bar means bank. Crassus is a type of plant. Now let us read about the poet of the poem. Alfred Tennyson, born in 1809 and he died in 1892. He was a poet laureate of Great Britain and Ireland during Queen Victoria reign. He began to write poetry at an early age. This poem was published in the Examiner in 1854 and is one of his best known work. So, Alfred Tennyson, he was a great poet of Great Britain and Ireland during Queen Victoria's time, and he started to write poetry at a very early age, and some of his famous poems are published in the Examiner in 1854. Now let us start the poem. I chatter, chatter as I flow to join the brimming river, for men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. In this stanza, the speaker, who is the brook, says that it always chatter when it flows and joins the overflowing rivers. The brook says that it goes on forever, though men may take birth and then dies, but the brook, it flows endlessly. I wind about and in and out with here a blossom selling, and here and there a lusty trout, and here and there a grayling. So, in this stanza, the brook flows very joyfully in a joyful manner. It flows here and there. Along with the brook, the flowers, lusty trouts, and grayling fishes, which are fishes, flow within the same direction. I steal by lawns and grassy plots, I slide by hazel cover, I move the sweet forget-me-not that grow for happy lovers. So, in this stanza, the brook describes the path through which it flows. It flows through lawns, grassy plots, and forests. While flowing, the brook moves the forget-me-not flowers, which are meant for happy lovers. I slip, I slide, I gloom, I glance among my scheming swallows. I make the netted sunbeam dance against my sandy shallow. So, in this line, the brook is slipping and sliding while flowing. It also makes a gloomy look while flowing lightly towards its shallow. The sunlight which falls in the brook make a net-like structure which seems to be dancing against its sandy shallow. I murmur under moons and stars in brambly wildernesses. I linger by my singly bars and I loiter round my crassus. So, in this stanza, the joyful brook slows down under the moon and stars, and the nature seems to be prickling silence. The brook flows slowly along with its small rounded pebbles and also along the plants present beside it. And out again I curve and flow to join the brimming river, for men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. So in this last stanza, the poet. But again, in this stanza, we see that the brook is flowing joyfully with its curve and flows to join the overflowing rivers. Lastly, the brook is saying that men may take birth and may die, but I go on forever. So students, today we have completed chapter 15, the brook. So your homework is to go through the poem and read the word meanings and also about the poet of the poem. So that's all for today. Thank you.